the second policy recommendation moving forward for Nigeria to enhance its global and continental trade competitiveness lies in our revenue generation strategy.
With Nigeria's 3 decades membership of World Trade Organization (WTO), experts converged on Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, Anambra State, under the call of the Professor Ngozi Ebuna International Center for Regional Integration and Trade Research to determine how available opportunities have been explored, what challenges in the course of the journey, and the prospects that will abound for a healthier Nigeria-Africa trade economy. The conference established that digital economy is determined as one of Nigeria's stepping stone for quick economic growth. Nigeria deserves what the conference refers to as compliance strategy to enable participation in WTO's programs and policies, as well as the exploration of all available opportunities to integrate Nigeria and Africa economy into global economic spectrum for the good of Africa and Nigeria's domestic economic stability.
Today's actually a hybrid international conference, is topical, apt, relevant both for Nigeria and also for Africa for 2 reasons. One, it has enabled us to take stock in the last 30 years of belonging actually to the WTO trading regime at the global level. What has Nigeria benefited from? What has Nigeria actually produced in terms of export to be part of the global trade competitiveness? What lessons have we learned from our own challenges, and how is Nigeria projecting itself into the next 5, 10, 30 years is the most important reason for this conference, i.e. charting the way forward. So this conference has actually dissected Nigeria's participation last decade in the country level. It has also taken us into an emerging challenge, an opportunity for Nigeria within the Agro-Continental Region area under the AFTA agreement that we talk about.
Micro, small and medium enterprises (MSMEs) play a crucial role in economic development and stability, especially in emerging economies like Nigeria, and should leverage Nigeria's population to fit into global economic demands to grow trade, product and private entrepreneurship.
What is important actually is that some of the gaps that raise victims against the WTO at the global level is gradually being addressed by the continental regime, even though for Nigeria it's a smaller continental market as opposed to the global market under the WTO. But it's still a step in the right direction, because that continental market access is of 1.3 billion people, is about $3.4 trillion economy, and therefore it's a huge market for Nigeria to enable Nigeria capitalize on the intra-African trade.
Entrepreneurs through the private sector willing to instigate robust businesses are faced with seemingly indomitable challenges against efforts and potentials for growth of Nigeria's product and economy.
The challenges we are having, it's accessibility to buyers. Some of us small and medium enterprises, some are registered exporters, but we haven't done official exports. So we are believing that programs like this will help us have linkage and accessibility to market, to the buyers within and most importantly outside Nigeria, so that we can take our made in Anambra products to the world.
As much as we make our efforts for regional integration, we should also help the play down on insecurity. And something that can help us to do that is the creation of employment. Okay? When our youths have employment, when they are well engaged, when they are productively engaged, then we will have less of this challenge. Because I'm really interested in what will grow our GDP.
Frankly speaking, our younger generation that are educated entrepreneur, active in e-commerce and active in digital trade platforms using technology, the only security that they know that we need to address as a nation is cybersecurity. So you can see from different angles, security concerns are not only about the borders and about our regional and geopolitical concerns, but it's also about cybersecurity.
Industry players like the Southeast Women in Export have become a formidable force towards reshaping trade and businesses in Nigeria for a better economy and global trade relationships.
Women are arising to see how do we capture, what market can women capture to be able to also support the GDP of the country. So we are not standing by the side. Today in Weti is women in our export. We are in the 36 states of the Federation, and women, we are into clusters. We are adding value, especially in agricultural crops.
In the face of daunting challenges before trade, commerce and entrepreneurship in Nigeria, the conference rose with a strong conviction that Nigeria's 30 years experience being part of World Trade Organization has been more fruitful than frustrating, with huge prospects and optimism only that industry players, trade development institutions, policy formulators and indeed government should actively assume all necessary vintage positions of responsibility, leveraging Nigeria's membership of World Trade Organization WTO to solving militating challenges against economic growth.